To me and my uncle.
NFL Weekly Rundown, Week 17. Danny, Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas Eve.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Awesome.
How would you have felt if I told you 16 weeks ago that the Bears would be in first place in the NFC North with 2 games to play?
I'd be surprised.
Yeah, and ecstatic and happy. On a scale of 1 to 10, how awesome was that game against the Packers?
10.
10 all day long.
10 trillion.
For 57 minutes, it looked like, oh no, not again.
Yeah.
And then a touchdown. And then another touchdown after an onside kick. Or no, it was a field goal, then a touchdown. Then that fumble in overtime by Willis.
Yeah, I know.
And the throw by Caleb Williams. Whoa.
And
To
you
end
said
it?
Willis, not Love.
Right, because Love got banged up.
He got destroyed.
He did.
Just
You know, some Packer offensive lineman, I think his last name Burks. I never heard of him, but he plays for them, I guess. He said Austin Booker should have been ejected from the game for that hit on Love. You know what I say to that? Wah, wah.
now
Crybaby.
Micah and Love are out.
Love practiced in a limited fashion on Tuesday, which I'm a little surprised about. Usually you miss a whole game if you're concussed.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Packers just bring him back early, get him another concussion. I don't care. I hate the Packers.
And, well, Willis played pretty good, I'd have to say.
He did. He was moving the ball with his legs and throwing some good passes with his arm. Had them in good position there in overtime. But 4th and 1, how about you handle the snap, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh well. The Bears will take advantage, and whether you call it lucky or good, I call it another win.
Mm-hmm.
How about we'll kind of talk about all the other games as we go, but I wanted to give you an update on how you did picking games because, whoa,
Did I do good?
last week straight up, 11 wins, 5 losses. I only went 10-6. Oh, against the point spread, you would have been making money. 12 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie.
Nice.
And I only went 7 wins, 8 losses, and 1 tie. So listen to the standings now. Straight up picking winners. You won't need that.
Yeah.
Your grandpa has 146 wins. You're 2 behind at 144 with 2 weeks to play. 141 wins for me. I don't think I'm catching you guys. Your huge week against the spread now has me with 100. Oh, wait a minute. I gave you the wrong number. You're actually tied with Grandpa now, picking winners.
Wow.
155, okay? I have 151. Now, against the spread, I have 123 wins. You have 120 wins. Grandpa has 120 wins. So you close the gap, and you're actually ahead of Grandpa because you have more ties. He has more losses. So, without further ado, I'm going to tell you right now, some of these games are so pointless, maybe we should just say something real quick and just move along. One of them being this game.
Cowboys Commanders.
So when the Cowboys lost to the Chargers, when the Eagles beat the Commanders, the Cowboys were officially eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah.
All-time records between these two? Who do you think has it?
Cowboys.
80, you're right, 80 to 49 to 2. So they have a big lead over the Commanders, and the Commanders had big leads over, I think, both the Giants and a little lead over the Eagles. Give me any reason to watch this game on Thursday Night Football.
Maybe fantasy for CD.
I could see that, or George, if somebody had George Pickens.
Yeah, I also have George Pickens.
Okay. I mean, the thing about it is Dallas is going to finish in 2nd place in their division. Washington is going to finish in 3rd in their division. And both teams are going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
Washington's down to their 3rd quarterback. They're starting Josh Johnson, who's played on about 8 teams or something like that in his career.
Is he an older guy?
He's older. He's in his high 30s, I think.
But not as old as Philip Rivers?
Not Philip Rivers or Rodgers' age, no. So Dallas is favored by 7. Give me a winner. Maybe give me a little bit about why you think the team's going to win.
Well, I mean, I think the Commanders have the better defense, but you gotta score points if you want to win a game.
Yep.
So I'm gonna pick the Cowboys because they have the better offense on this one.
I think way better.
And offense gets all the points unless you get a safety or a pick 6.
Right, and neither team has a very good defense, but I think Dallas's is just atrocious, and Washington's is a little better than atrocious.
So I'm gonna pick the Cowboys 28, Commanders 24.
Okay, you got Commanders covering the spread. You know what that means. I got the Cowboys covering the spread. 31-20. Okay, there are 3 games on Christmas Day tomorrow. I bet the NFL thought these are going to be 3 great games. There is not one great game in the whole batch. Or wait a minute. The Dallas was the first of the. I'm sorry. Dallas was playing at like noon tomorrow. So there are 3 games. This is the second of them, but they all stink.
Lions, Vikings.
Give me the all-time record between these NFC North foes.
Vikes.
You're right. 81-45-2. So a little worse than how bad Dallas beats Washington over time.
Yeah.
My question to you is there any chance Detroit makes the playoffs? Because after they lost to the Steelers, what they need to make the playoffs is for the Packers to lose 2 games to Baltimore and the Vikings. And the Lions need to win 2 games against the Vikings and Bears.
Wow.
So the chances are not great.
Yeah. And they've been really hot the last 2 years, I'd say.
I know. And this year is disappointing. And, you know, the thing about it, they lost Ben Johnson, their offensive coach, who has had a lot of success with the Bears.
Yeah.
They also lost Aaron Glenn, who is their defensive coach. He's having no success with the Jets.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you miss coaches or you lose coaches, it just, the next guy doesn't call the plays exactly the same. He might not use the players exactly the same. I think Laporta being hurt was a big loss, but against the Steelers, they ran for like 15 yards.
No.
What is that? And the Steelers ran for like 240 or something.
Yeah.
You get spanked on the ground that badly, you're not going to win games. Because that just leaves Goff back there chucking it all game long.
I agree.
Yeah.
And the Lions will really, really need to win against the Bears if they have any chance of making the playoffs. This game, they don't need to play their best because it's a worse team.
Do you hear who broke his hand?
Yep.
So it's going to be Max Brosmer again.
Which I would say, out of all their quarterbacks that have played this season, he gives probably Justin Jefferson the ball the most.
I thought Wentz got him the ball quite a bit too.
Yeah.
But I guess I haven't seen the numbers on Brosmer. All I think of when I think of Max Brosmer is that Seattle game when he had that underhanded pick 6. So he's going to have to play a lot smarter and better than that to get a win against Detroit.
Yeah.
Well, give me your thoughts. Lions are favored by 6, so they're going to cover?
No, but they are going to win.
Okay.
So, Lions 29, Vikings 26.
I'm taking the Lions to cover 30-13 because I just don't believe in Mad Max Brosmer.
Yeah.
Okay, last game on Christmas. And you know, another one where it's like, boy, at the beginning of the season, great game. Right now,
yeah. Broncos, Chiefs.
Okay, this is our 3rd division game of the week. So who's got the edge all time between these 2 division rivals?
I mean, the Chiefs have been hot lately, but they never really were good back then.
You're right.
And the Broncos had Peyton Manning.
For a little while.
And they had John Elway.
You're right about that.
I'm going to go with the Broncos.
I was a little surprised to see the Chiefs actually have the edge, 73-59. And actually, the Chiefs were really good in like the first 5 Super Bowls that like early on in the NFL, AFL matchup. And then actually during the John Elway days, it felt like the Chiefs were always pretty good, and Kansas City was always a hard place to play. So I think even those Chiefs teams beat the John Elway led
So,
Broncos.
kind of like the Vikings, the Chiefs were never really too bad.
Yeah, I think there was a time in the '80s when they were kind of bad, but not, and maybe not too many times though. And the Broncos, I don't feel like have ever really been the worst team. Maybe the year they drafted Elway. Okay, well, my question to you: can Denver shake off their surprising loss against the Jaguars
Yeah.
and win the AFC? Because they need wins at Kansas City and at against the Chargers to do that. And the Chiefs are down to their third string quarterback because Gardner Minshew tore his ACL, so they're playing a guy named Chris Oladokun. Don't know much about him, but he lost to Tennessee, so that's not good.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't really believe in the Chiefs anymore.
Not this
I
year, at
mean,
least.
This year, it's surprising that they're bad. Let's just say that.
If you lose to the Titans, how can they win another game?
I know. Because Titans are the worst team in the league, I'm pretty sure right now.
Actually, we'll see the two teams play. The worst two teams are playing each other. We'll save that for later.
Wait,
Maybe the next
where is
sheet.
it?
I promise you it's on the next sheet.
It's not on the next sheet.
Look at the next one. Look at the next one.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. But this team, I mean, the Chiefs are bad. You're right.
Yeah.
So Denver's favored by 12.5. How happy will your Uncle Tim be at the end of this one, do you think?
Happy.
And your cousin.
I'm gonna say pretty happy,
Yeah.
but maybe a little too happy.
Oh.
So I'm picking a blowout.
Okay, I am too.
Broncos 31, Chiefs 21. And I think Bo Nix is going to have one of those games where he destroys the other team.
I could see that. You've actually got Kansas City covering the spread by a little bit, 10-point lead, right? I'm going to take Denver to cover the spread. Let's say 23-3. I don't think Chris Oladokun is going to save the day for the Chiefs. Okay, there are two games on Saturday, both with playoff implications. The first game probably more important.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but yeah.
Texans, Chargers.
So which team would you trust more to win a wild card playoff game on the road between these two teams? Because the chances are both of these teams are going to be wild card teams. Chances are both of them are going to have to play on the road for their first playoff game.
Yeah. So, did I say the teams? Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Chargers, Texans.
Chargers.
Yeah. Who do you think would be a tougher team to play in the playoffs right now?
Well, Texans defense, but Chargers offense.
Right. I think that's accurate.
I would say probably the Texans because they have good players on offense, but their defense is doing really good this year.
And I think the Chargers defense is playing pretty good.
Yeah.
I would worry
But
a little bit.
match.
I'd worry a little bit about those offensive tackles.
Yeah.
When you start playing against good teams, how much, especially the Texans, think about how they match up against this team. Like Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter are going to come at your backup offensive tackles. Good luck blocking those guys.
Yeah. And, I mean, Joey Bosa is probably Chargers' best player on
I
defense.
think he's actually on the Bills now.
Oh, yeah.
I think Khalil Mack and Derwin James are maybe their best defensive players.
Yeah.
So the Chargers are favored by 2.5 at home. They expect a pretty low scoring game.
Yeah.
Under 40 points. So what do you think might happen?
Well, I think the defense will win it here. But
Okay.
just because there's backup O-line,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Danielle Hunter and what's his name
Will
are going
Anderson.
to destroy Herbert.
Okay.
So, I'm going to pick the Texans. Close. 20 29-28.
I'm going to have the Texans cover the spread. But after everything I said about thinking that the Texans are probably a tougher out and they match up well against these backup tackles, I'm still going to pick Herbert to win 21-19. Okay, here's the Saturday night game, a big game for both teams.
Ravens and the Blah.
Yeah, and my question to you is, will either team have their starting quarterback? Because neither finished their game in Week 16.
Really?
We talked about Jordan Love, who Austin Booker, he should have been tossed for that. No. Love maybe shouldn't duck his head right when Booker's coming to hit him.
Yeah.
And they gave Booker a penalty, but whatever. If you hit a guy in the head, you're going to get a penalty. So Love didn't return. He's got a concussion. Lamar Jackson played a little bit in the Patriots game, and then he hurt his back and didn't come back. Don't think he's practicing yet. And if the Ravens lose this game, they're out. They're done.
Really?
If the Packers lose this game, the Bears are NFC North champions. So they would lock into at least the second or the third seed in the playoffs.
So we really need the Ravens to win.
I wouldn't say we need the Ravens to win, because all the Bears need is for the Packers to lose one game the rest of the way, or the Bears to win one game the rest of the way. And what I think is, if the Packers win this game, they knock the Lions out of the playoffs. And then the Lions don't have a whole lot to play for against the Bears next week.
Yeah.
So then the Bears have a good chance of beating the Lions backups or the Lions players who don't really care because they have nothing to play for.
Yeah.
So I think in either scenario, if the Packers win or lose, the Bears are a pretty good chance to win the division.
Yeah. And I think next week, is it the Panthers and the Rams play?
Panthers and Bucks.
Or then who do the Rams play next
Somebody
week?
bad, Arizona. Maybe you're thinking Seahawks Niners. Is that the game?
Well, I'm thinking of a Rams game, because the Rams are, I think, the NFC champions.
Actually,
right now.
now it's the Seahawks. It moved. If you want to take a look at the back of this, because they beat the Rams in a crazy Thursday night game. So that flipped to where the Rams now fall all the way to the sixth seed. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But getting back to this one, Baltimore, Green Bay, who's going to get it done on Saturday night and keep their playoff chances alive?
I mean, I sadly think Pates is going to play.
Kind of seems like they're going to get him out there, yeah.
I think I'm going to have to pick Blah on this one.
Okay. What kind of score?
Ravens 27 and Blah 28. I am picking it close because if Hates doesn't play, then I think it's going to be a little closer.
Yeah,
versus back.
And then the big question is, will Lamar Jackson play?
Yeah.
I'm going to have the same difference. I'm going to have each team scoring 8 fewer points, and I'm also going to have the Packers winning 20-19. Okay, division rivalry in the AFC North.
Steelers, Browns.
Who's got the all-time edge in this series?
Steelers.
You're right. 83-64-1.
And then back in Jim Brown's days, it probably was the Browns, but
Then the Super Bowl in the 70s, Terry Bradshaw and that steel curtain defense.
when did Jim Brown play?
I think the 1960s.
Yeah, that's what I was going to guess.
I want to say he played before the Super Bowl era. Well, Cleveland, for one thing, has never even been in the Super Bowl. But when he was on the Browns, I think they won an NFL championship, but it would have been before they played Super Bowl, any Super Bowls.
Okay.
So, my question to you, how will Pittsburgh handle the last 2 games? Because if Baltimore loses to the Packers, then the Steelers will be locked in as AFC North champions. And then it's like, well, if you've got guys who are a little dinged up, would you just rest them until you make the playoffs?
Yeah.
You know, like a guy like TJ Watt, he's got that hole in his lung. You're not going to rush him back if you've got 2 meaningless games to play.
Yeah.
Did you see what DK Metcalf did?
Well, I had a birthday party, so they only put on the Vikings game.
Okay. Metcalf went over and talked to a fan in Detroit and pulled him and tried to punch him.
Really?
And now he's suspended for 2 games for doing that.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know what the fan said to him that made him mad. I don't know why nobody on the Steelers told him, don't go over there and talk to that bozo who's trying to provoke you, you know.
Did he actually get hurt, the fan?
It didn't look like it. It kind of looked like he missed really striking him hard. But he kind of he had this fake blue wig on, and DK Metcalf kind of tugged on his wig. It got his head down to where his fist was, and he just sort of tried to clock him.
Wow.
Not the smartest move by Metcalf, because not only does he miss 2 games, he loses a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Guessing.
So what's going to happen in this game between AFC North foes? And, the only reason for Cleveland is Myles Garrett. Is he going to get that sack that he needs?
Yeah. So I do think Myles Garrett will get the sack he needs and beat whoever's player.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever that does for the Browns.
Not much.
So 17-29.
Steelers?
Yeah.
Okay, because I think the Ravens are going to lose, because I think the Steelers are going to know they're in the playoffs, I think they're going to keep some guys back who are a little hurt. So I think it will be close. Steelers 19, Browns 16.
Okay.
All right. You talk about, well, no, this isn't that meaningless of a game because one of the teams is good. So who is it? AFC East.
Patriots, Jets.
Pretty easy one. Who's got the all-time edge in this series?
It's gotta be Patriots.
You're right. 76, 56, and 1 tie. Patriots are favored by the most, 13.5 this week. My question to you is, can the Patriots make any noise in the AFC playoffs? It's likely that they're going to have a home game against either the Texans, Chargers, or Buffalo Bills. Those are some pretty tough teams that you'd have to play in the playoffs. I also heard that the Patriots have played the easiest schedule in the NFL in the last 25 years.
Really?
So they haven't really tested themselves. I mean, Drake May had a great comeback against the Ravens.
Yeah.
And it was the first time he ever threw for more than 300 yards. So they've got him. And I think Trevion Henderson might have gotten hurt in that game.
Which he's been good lately.
Yeah, but I think that might put now the latest Rookie of the Year odds. I saw that the expected guy to win it is Teteroa McMillan from the Panthers. The receiver. Yeah, so that
Wow.
the Rookie of the Year was sort of
Not a
really
Mecca?
not a mecca. Actually, the second guy I saw in the running was Tyler Shook.
No way.
Yeah, and he's only played in 7 games.
Wow.
So the Rookie of the Year has really shifted all over the place. Where at the beginning of the year, I think everybody thought it was Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. So I talked a little bit about the Patriots, their crummy schedule that they've played. Any comments, thoughts on this one before you pick a winner?
The Jets are gonna lose and Patriots will win.
Yeah, and it's Brady Cook again, I heard, for the Jets. So
Patriots 31, Jets 24.
once you're down to your 3rd string quarterback, you just don't have a great chance to win games. So I'll say Patriots 27 and Jets 13. Okay, if it wasn't for a game at 3 o'clock, I would say this is the worst game of the week.
100%. Saints, Titans.
Can you give me any reason to watch?
No.
I'll give a little reason. It's not a great reason. The Saints have won 3 games in a row. Tyler Shook has won 4 of his 7 starts. So the Saints actually have a winning record when Shook plays. And another surprise, Cam Ward, the last 3 games, hey, he's got 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he's only been sacked 3 times.
That's pretty good.
So
now.
it's way better than he's been playing the previous 12 games.
Yeah.
So maybe he's making a little progress. The Titans showed a little bit of fight where they beat the Chiefs and they beat the Browns a couple weeks ago. So they're not just laying down, and the Saints certainly aren't just laying down. Both these teams seem to be, that was close. Both these teams seem to be battling. So Saints are favored by 2.5 in, I think they play in Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville, Tennessee. So who do you think's going to get it done?
Well, I think Shuck is probably going to get another one of his wins. But I think the Titans won't play too bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be close. I have the Titans covering the point spread. Saints 24, Titans 23.
Oh no, I've got the same exact score as you, but I'm taking the Titans to win.
Wow.
I'm going to go upset 24-23 Tennessee.
Nice.
Okay, a game in the AFC South that might end the season for one of the teams, should they lose.
Jaguars, Colts.
All-time record between these division foes, they've played, this will be the 50th game they've ever played.
Ooh, that's tough, but I'm going to say Colts.
You're right. I think the Peyton Manning era probably got them over the top. 28-21. So, question. Can Trevor Lawrence stay smoking red hot and knock Indianapolis out of the playoffs? Listen to Lawrence's last 4 games. 12 touchdown passes, 2 touchdown runs, 0 turnovers of any kind, no fumbles, no picks, and the Jaguars have won all 4 of those games.
Wow.
They've been playing great, and Lawrence is leading the way. If Jacksonville beats Indy, and it's in Indianapolis, but if the Jags should win, Colts are out, Texans are in, and, that's it.
Yeah.
So either the Texans can knock the Colts out on Saturday, or if the Texans lose on Saturday, if the Colts lose, then the Colts are done.
Okay. So, I think we know who's going to win this one. But the real question about this game is, will Indianapolis be done for the season?
And they might know ahead of time, because if Houston wins on Saturday, then going into this game, they're just going to be like, man, we can't even make the playoffs if we win this game.
Yeah.
So that'll be a big letdown.
Yeah. So, I think the Jaguars will win this one.
I agree.
But the Colts are going to be scared for sure. Especially if the Texans lose, I think I don't know.
Well, the Colts will have a lot to play for should the Texans lose.
Yeah.
But that's a big if, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to pick the Jags, 35, Colts 21.
Okay, so you got the Jags covering the 6.5 point spread. I'm going to have the Colts cover the 6.5 point spread, but the Jags win 27-21. Here's a game that, one of the teams really has to win, but they don't need to win it, but they should. I'll say that.
Buccaneers, Dolphins.
So the Bucs have gone 1 win, 6 losses in their last 7 games. Can they win their last 2 and actually win the NFC South? Because they don't have to win this game if Carolina loses to Seattle. But they pretty much need to win 2 games. Like, Quinn Ewers is playing for Miami. You can't lose to Quinn Ewers if you think you're a playoff team.
Yeah.
So can the Bucs actually right the ship and win this game and then win against Carolina in Tampa next week and win their division?
They haven't really been playing their hardest lately.
No, and Bryce Young outplayed Baker Mayfield on Sunday, and the Panthers, if you look at this, are actually leading their division.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
That the Buccaneers were almost better than the Colts at the beginning of the season.
About mid-season, yeah.
And seems like they're just giving up now, kind of.
it's hard to understand because as they're getting healthier, they're not winning games. Like
Yeah.
you get these guys like Mike Evans and McMillan, and I think his name is Tristan Wirfs as their tackle. You get these guys back. What is wrong with them? I don't understand. Because that's a team who's won their division the last couple of years. They kind of have
Yeah.
owned the NFC South.
But it seems like it's just falling apart for some reason.
And yet, if they win these last two games, all that falling apart would be okay because they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah. So I think the Buccaneers will really need to pull it together
Yeah.
and win this game.
Yeah.
So I think Baker can do it because he's done it at the beginning of the season. I think he'll be able to do it again.
Okay.
So Buccaneers 29, Dolphins 21.
Okay, I am going to have Tampa also cover the spread, just like you. A little bit of a bigger win for me, 31-14. I mean, the way Ewers played against the Bengals, they got throttled. So I feel like Tampa's a better team than the Bengals.
Yeah.
I think Tampa can take care of business. All right, two division leaders in the NFC, and I don't think at the beginning of the year, if you said this week 17 game would be between two division leading teams, I don't think anybody would have believed it.
Seahawks and Panthers.
So which one of these two teams who just leapt into first place with big wins over their division rivals, Carolina beat Tampa, Seattle beat the Rams, which one of these teams do you think is going to finish their division in first place? Because they really both have to keep winning to win their division.
I think it will be the Panthers because, I mean, it's going to be way harder for the Seahawks to get it done against Rams.
Well, but they
Which-
only have to play San Francisco
Well,
next
true.
week. They've got 2 games left. So I don't know that, like, if the Panthers lost this game, they could still win the division by beating Tampa Bay. If the Seahawks lose this game, I think it's a pretty good chance that either the Rams or the Niners will win their division.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we solved who is most likely to win their division, but these teams both could make the playoffs, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure.
So, what do you believe about this one?
Sam Darnold is playing great.
Yeah,
JSN's playing great. But, I mean, I think they are going to win this one. But I think it's going to be close. And about the Panthers, just like the Bucks, you're kind of giving up. But, I mean,
somebody's
they're still
winning.
playing good.
Somebody's winning that division.
And
It's
it's-
probably going to be the team that wins next week when they play.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pick the Seahawks, like I said. I'm picking it close. I have the Panthers covering the point spread. Seattle 28 and Panthers 24.
Okay, I'm just going to have 4 fewer points for both teams. Still picking the Seahawks to win. 24-20. And it's not a devastating loss to the Panthers because really it's probably going to boil all down. It's all going to boil down to that last game for them, more than likely.
Yeah.
Okay, game between, you talk about worthless games. Here's one.
Yeah, Cardinals, Bengals.
Can you give me any reason to watch?
Burrow fantasy or
Burrow, Chase,
Chase.
Trey McBride.
Yeah.
That's probably about it. Arizona's lost 7 games in a row. And the Bengals, listen to this. So last week they scored 45 points against Miami. 1 week after scoring 0 against the Ravens. How does that work? All over the board.
Yeah.
Not very consistent there from the Bengals. So they're favored by 7 at home against the Cardinals, whose season has just spiraled out of control after an okay start.
Yeah. So I think we can just kind of zoom past this one.
Yeah.
So-
Highest scoring game of the week, I'll say that about it.
Yeah. Should I just say my score?
Sure.
All right. Bengals 29, Cardinals 21.
Yep, I'm going to have the Bengals cover the spread 41-23. And if we didn't talk long about this game, boy, should we even mention this next game?
Giants Raiders.
Is there any reason to watch this one?
No. Well, I mean, maybe Raiders defense.
Max Crosby? Maybe.
Maybe Giants defense.
Maybe, because these offenses aren't great. I will tell you this. The loser of this game is very likely to win the number 1 draft choice next year in April. So,
good job.
Well, exactly. And I just read the Raiders put Brock Bowers on injured reserve, probably because he could help them win.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, oh, Bowers, your pinky hurts? Or I don't know what his real injury is, but you got a little boo-boo. Why don't you sit out today, Brock? Because we don't really even want to win this game.
But Jackson Dart's not playing.
No, he is.
Did
you see the Vikings game against Dart?
Yeah.
He was terrible.
No.
They had 13 yards passing after you took away sack yardage.
Wow.
They couldn't complete a pass. They couldn't figure out the Vikings defense. Good thing for them is the Raiders aren't as confusing defensively as Brian Flores' Vikings defense.
Yeah.
So we probably talked enough about this crappy game already. So give me a winner, give me a score.
Giants 21, Raiders 17.
Okay, you've got the Giants covering the spread. I'm going to have the Giants cover the spread too, 28-27. So we're picking the underdog. So we think the Raiders are going to get that number 1 draft choice. Boy, they'd have to take a quarterback, wouldn't they? Probably be the Heisman Trophy winner, Francisco Mendoza from Indiana, is who I think they'd take. Okay, one of the biggest games of the week here.
It went decent game, good game, bad, good.
Yep.
I would say.
I agree.
So, Eagles, Bills.
Okay, I've asked this game the same question maybe when we talked about the Chargers and the Texans. These teams are kind of positioned to, well, they're going to make the playoffs. Which one of these teams do you trust more in the playoffs? Philly's going to get a home game, and almost assuredly the Bills are going to be a wild card team that are going to have to play on the road.
Yeah.
So who do you trust more?
I mean, seeing the Eagles 3 losses and then a few wins.
2 in a row, Raiders and Commanders.
Which are both bad teams.
They're teams you're supposed to crush.
So, I think I'm going to have to trust the Bills more.
I would say this is, yeah.
I mean, the Eagles lost to good teams, I would say, that they should have maybe won to.
Mm-hmm.
But then they won against 2 bad teams.
Yeah.
Which...
You're just supposed to do.
I mean, yeah, but...
Yeah, and the thing I'd say about this game is the Eagles could change all that I think about them right now if they were to win this game. Because if they won this game, then it's like, okay, wow, you did it against a good team.
Yeah.
And maybe you have figured things out, and maybe there's not all this fighting between you guys.
Yeah, so we don't really know if we trust them until this game is over.
I kind of agree. I do agree with that.
So if the Eagles win this one, we know that they're going to be pretty good in the playoffs, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think so.
I mean, I'm going to pick the Bills because if you look at the teams the Eagles lost to, they're not as good as the Bills, I would say.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick the Bills. Close-ish.
Close-ish?
Not really close, actually. But 38, Eagles 29.
I'm going to have the Bills cover the spread also 24-21. So a little lower scoring and a little closer. Okay. Oh boy, Sunday night. Here we go again. Can our hearts take it?
Finally, there's a good Sunday night game.
Yeah, it had been, the Vikings and Cowboys played a couple weeks ago. And
Yeah.
I guess New England-Baltimore last week wasn't a terrible game.
Yeah. Bears and 49ers.
So we talked about the Bears win, man. Caleb Williams just had... How about his throw to Jade Walker
Yeah.
in the corner of the end zone on 4th down?
That was I mean, my dad just got home. That was awesome.
And think
We
about
were-
Jade Walker. He's only playing because Adunze and Burden were hurt.
Yeah.
He had no catches going into that game.
If he didn't catch that, the Bears would not
It'd be
have
over.
won.
Right. It's crazy. It's just another game where they have another guy stepping up to be the hero. Right?
Yeah.
It's like a different guy every week.
So, who will it be this week, or will there not be any hero this
So
week?
let's hope there's a hero. My question for you is, how many more come from behind wins in the last 2 minutes or overtime can the Bears actually have? Because now it's at 6, which is the most since 1970.
Wow.
So in the last 55 years, no team has had more of those late game comebacks.
That's crazy. And I would say it would be the Buccaneers earlier in the season.
They were kind of winning these kind of games.
But now it's the Bears. It's awesome.
They just keep finding different ways to win, right?
Yeah.
Is it luck? Is it being good? I think it's a little bit of both.
And they're winning close games,
Which is nice.
but they're still winning it.
Yeah, who
So-
cares what the score is, right? I want to see you have one more point than the other team at the end of the game.
Which, spoiler, this is what I know.
Spoiler, I think we might be on the same page.
So, I think the Bears are fired up. They are playing their best football in December.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, and the 49ers are on fire.
They really are.
Same as the Bears, though.
I think the Niners have won like 5 or 6 in a row.
So, this game is going to stop one of these teams' streak.
Yeah, somebody's momentum is going to be slowed down a little bit, that's for sure.
So, I think I just got to go with my heart this game. Bears 29, 49ers 28.
I'm going to agree with you on everything you said. I'm again going to pick with my heart. I don't know if it's the smart play, but why would I pick against the Bears at this
I know.
point? It's been too fun of a season for me to turn into this pessimistic, yeah, they're just going to lose. No, it's time to be optimistic. 27-26. And if they were to lose this game, it probably would not be devastating.
Yeah.
They'd still have a game against the Lions where if you win that, you win the division.
And they're still making the playoffs.
They're locked in.
A million%.
Yep, there's no chance that they won't make the playoffs. The most realistic game that they'll play in the playoffs will probably be the Packers at Soldier Field.
Yeah.
That's what it's most likely going to be. But it still depends on what a lot of teams do the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, one more game. It's Monday night. It's not the greatest of games.
Rams, Falcons.
My question for you, did the Rams blow their chance at the number 1 seed after their collapse in Seattle on Thursday Night Football? They were up 16 points. Seahawks scored a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Then they scored a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Then when they went into overtime, they were losing by 7. Seattle scored a touchdown and went for the 2-point conversion and got it to win by 1. So they got
Wow.
3 2-point conversions, and the chances of getting a 2-point conversion is about 48%. 48% of the time you get it, 52% of the time you miss. So it's like a coin toss. So the
Wow.
chances of getting 3 2-point conversions in a row is like 10%.
Yeah.
And Seattle
That's
pulled it
crazy.
off, and now we're in great shape to win their division. And the Rams were on the negative end of that, in that they got to be sitting there like, we can't stop 1 2-point conversion, because if you did, you're probably in first place in your division.
And also they lost to the Panthers.
That's one they're going to be kicking themselves
Which-
over.
It's crazy.
They're better than that team if you just look at it on paper, right? They
Yeah.
shouldn't have lost that game if you look at just the names on the jerseys.
I mean, this week they are playing a worse team, not a good team.
No, there are some guys you got to worry about on the Falcons, though.
Bijan, who's their tight end?
Pitts,
Pitts.
London.
Which, those are all great people, but they don't have a good quarterback.
Cousins is okay.
He's okay. great.
They're not great. He's no Stafford, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I think the Rams will get this one, but I think they just need to get this one if they have
do.
any chance of beating the Seahawks in their division.
Yep, I agree with you. This is a
So-
must win if they want to win their division.
Rams 27, Falcons 21.
I'm going to agree with you that the Rams are going to cover the 8.5 point spread. Let's say Rams 30, Falcons 22.
I
Another-
just looked at it.
Quality program. So Merry Christmas to our followers. Ho ho ho. And we'll be back for New Year's Eve on next Wednesday to give our final week 18 show until the playoffs. We will be there for the playoffs too. So thanks for watching. Happy holidays. Goodbye.